Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's incredibly important for your overall well-being, the impact of stress on your heart. You know, we often hear about the dangers of high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or even smoking. But what about stress? We all experience it, but we rarely talk about its serious effects on our cardiovascular system. So, buckle up, because in this video, we're going to break down the science behind how stress, especially chronic stress, can wreak havoc on your heart health. Let's get started. Ever notice how your heart starts pounding when you're stressed? That's your body's natural fight or flight response kicking in. It's like your internal alarm system going off. When you encounter a stressful situation, your brain sounds the alarm, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Think of adrenaline as the gas pedal and cortisol as the messenger, prepping your body for action. Adrenaline surges through your bloodstream, telling your heart to beat faster. Why? Well, it's trying to deliver more oxygen-rich blood to your muscles, preparing you to either confront the stressor or run away from it. Now, imagine this scenario. You're stuck in traffic, already running late for a big meeting. Your stress levels skyrocket. Your heart is racing, right? In the short term, this response is helpful, even protective. But here's the catch. When stress becomes chronic, that constant revving of your heart can take a toll. Think of it like driving your car at high speed all the time. It's going to wear down the engine much faster. Similarly, chronic stress can lead to long-term heart problems. Stress hormones like adrenaline make your heart beat faster. Now, let's add blood pressure. Faster heartbeats push blood with more force. That force is your blood pressure. Stress also narrows your blood vessels, like squeezing water through a smaller hose. This spikes your blood pressure. Increased heart rate and constricted vessels lead to a spike. We've talked about the immediate impacts of stress on your heart. Increased heart rate and elevated blood pressure. But stress also ignites a silent fire within your body: inflammation. You see, inflammation is your body's natural defense mechanism against injury or infection. It's like sending in the troops to fight off invaders. But when it comes to chronic stress, the troops never get a break. Chronic stress keeps your body in a constant state of alert, leading to prolonged inflammation. And here's where it gets dangerous for your heart. Persistent inflammation can damage your blood vessels, making them more susceptible to plaque buildup. Imagine your arteries like smooth, clear pipes. Inflammation roughens those pipes, making it easier for cholesterol and other substances to stick and form plaque. This process, known as atherosclerosis, narrows and hardens your arteries, restricting blood flow to your heart. It's a major contributor to heart disease. Think of it like this. Stress is like throwing kindling on a small fire. Over time, that small fire can turn into a raging inferno, damaging your heart health. We've seen how stress revs up your heart rate and elevates your blood pressure. But did you know it can also make your blood more likely to clot? Let's unravel this connection. When you're stressed, your body releases a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol, as we've discussed. These hormones don't just affect your heart rate and blood vessels, they also impact your blood platelets. Platelets are tiny cells in your blood that help with clotting. Think of them as your body's internal band-aids, rushing to the scene of any injury to stop bleeding. Now, under normal circumstances, platelets are essential for healing. But stress hormones can make them stickier, increasing the risk of unwanted blood clots. Imagine this. You have a buildup of plaque in your arteries. Remember atherosclerosis from our inflammation discussion? Now, add sticky platelets to the mix. If a blood clot forms in a narrowed artery, it can completely block blood flow to your heart, leading to a heart attack. If it travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke. We've explored the direct physiological impacts of stress on your heart. Now, let's talk about how stress indirectly affects your heart health through your lifestyle choices. When you're stressed, do you reach for a healthy salad or a bag of chips? Are you more likely to hit the gym or skip your workout? Stress can hijack your best intentions, leading to unhealthy coping mechanisms that harm your heart. We've talked about how stress can increase your heart rate, elevate blood pressure, and even make your blood more likely to clot. But did you know that stress can also disrupt your heart's rhythm? Your heart has a natural electrical system that controls its beat, ensuring it pumps blood efficiently throughout your body. Stress can interfere with this delicate system, leading to irregular heartbeats, also known as arrhythmias. Imagine your heart skipping a beat or fluttering in your chest. While some arrhythmias are harmless, others can be serious, even life-threatening. Stress hormones like adrenaline can trigger these irregular heartbeats. They put extra strain on your heart, making it more likely to beat out of sync. For people with pre-existing heart conditions, stress-induced arrhythmias can be particularly dangerous. They can worsen existing heart problems and increase the risk of complications. Chronic stress impacts heart rate, blood pressure, and clotting. It poses long-term cardiovascular risks. Imagine driving at high speed constantly. Chronic stress is like that for your heart. It wears down your cardiovascular system. Chronic stress is a major heart disease risk factor. We've explored the powerful ways stress impacts your heart health. But there's another crucial piece to this puzzle: the intricate link between stress, mental health, and your cardiovascular system. It's not just about the physical effects of stress hormones on your heart. It's also about how stress impacts your mental well-being, which in turn affects your heart health. Chronic stress is a major risk factor for mental health disorders like anxiety and depression. And here's the double whammy. These mental health conditions are also independently linked to an increased risk of heart disease. Think of it as a vicious cycle. Stress can contribute to mental health problems, which can then worsen heart health, leading to more stress. It's a complex interplay that requires a holistic approach to treatment. Here's the good news. Addressing both stress and mental health is crucial for protecting your heart. Seeking professional help, practicing relaxation techniques, and building strong social connections can make a world of difference. So, there you have it. We've explored the intricate ways stress can impact your cardiovascular system, from increasing your heart rate and blood pressure to promoting inflammation, blood clotting, and even disrupting your heart's rhythm. But here's the empowering message. You have the power to manage your stress and protect your heart health. It's not about eliminating stress entirely. That's impossible. It's about building resilience and developing healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. They're interconnected and equally vital for a healthy heart. Managing stress is crucial for maintaining a healthy heart. Techniques like exercise, mindfulness, relaxation strategies, and seeking social support can help mitigate these risks. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more health tips.
Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a crucial aspect of health, the impact of stress on your respiratory system. Many of us know stress affects our mental well-being, but did you know it can significantly influence how we breathe? In this video, we'll explore the science behind this connection, breaking down the impact of stress on your lungs and overall respiratory function. From rapid breathing and airway constriction to the influence on your immune system, we'll cover it all. Understanding this link is crucial for taking proactive steps to manage stress and protect your respiratory health. So let's get started. Imagine this. You're facing a tight deadline at work, or you're about to give a big presentation. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty. These are all classic signs of the body's fight or flight response kicking in. Now, while this response is essential for survival in truly threatening situations, our modern lives often trigger it in response to everyday stressors. When this happens repeatedly, it can have a ripple effect on our bodies, particularly our respiratory system. One of the most immediate effects of stress is an increase in breathing rate, also known as hyperventilation. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Did you notice yourself taking short, rapid breaths? That's your body trying to quickly oxygenate your muscles, preparing you for action. While this might seem helpful, chronic hyperventilation can actually lead to an imbalance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your blood. Understanding how stress affects your breathing rate is the first step in learning to manage these physiological responses and regain control over your breath. We've talked about how stress triggers the fight or flight response, leading to increased breathing rate. Now let's explore another way stress impacts your respiratory system: airway constriction. Two key players in this orchestra are adrenaline and cortisol, often referred to as stress hormones. When stress hormones flood your system, they can cause the muscles around these airways to tighten, narrowing the passageways and making it harder for air to flow freely. This constriction is particularly concerning for individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions like asthma. For those with asthma, stress can act as a trigger, exacerbating their symptoms and leading to wheezing, coughing, and difficulty breathing. But even if you don't have asthma, chronic stress-induced airway constriction can make you more susceptible to respiratory infections and impact your overall lung function. By managing stress levels, you can help regulate these hormones and prevent the cascade of effects that can lead to airway constriction. Let's delve into the fascinating world of gas exchange and how stress affects this vital process. Imagine your lungs as bustling marketplaces where oxygen and carbon dioxide are constantly being exchanged. Tiny air sacs called alveoli act as the trading posts, allowing oxygen to enter your bloodstream and carbon dioxide to be removed from your body. As we've learned, stress often leads to rapid, shallow breathing. While this might feel like you're taking in more air, it can actually hinder efficient gas exchange. Think about it. When you take short, shallow breaths, you're only utilizing a small portion of your lung capacity. This means less air reaches the alveoli for gas exchange, leading to a potential imbalance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your bloodstream. By learning techniques to promote deep, diaphragmatic breathing, you can enhance gas exchange, improve oxygen intake, and support your body's natural healing processes. Now, let's uncover another layer of this complex relationship: the impact of stress on mucus production in your airways. While excessive mucus can be bothersome, it actually plays a vital role in protecting your respiratory system. This slippery substance acts as a sticky trap, capturing dust, allergens, and pathogens before they can reach your lungs. When you experience stress, your body releases inflammatory chemicals that can stimulate mucus-producing cells in your airways. This can lead to an overproduction of mucus, making your airways feel congested and making it harder to breathe. For individuals with respiratory conditions like asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or cystic fibrosis, this increase in mucus production can exacerbate their symptoms and lead to flare-ups. Managing stress is crucial for regulating mucus production and maintaining a healthy respiratory system. By incorporating stress-reducing techniques into your daily routine, you can help keep mucus levels in check and breathe easier. Let's explore another crucial aspect of this connection: the impact of stress on your immune system and its implications for respiratory health. Think of your immune system as a powerful army, constantly patrolling your body for invaders like viruses, bacteria, and other pathogens. However, chronic stress can weaken your immune defenses, leaving you more vulnerable to infections, especially respiratory infections. When you're stressed, your body produces hormones like cortisol that can suppress immune function, reducing the production and activity of immune cells that fight off infections. This weakened immune response can have a significant impact on your respiratory health. With your defenses compromised, you're more susceptible to colds, the flu, and other respiratory infections that can wreak havoc on your lungs. Understanding the link between stress, your immune system, and respiratory health empowers you to take proactive steps to strengthen your defenses. By managing stress levels, you can bolster your immune system, reduce your risk of infections, and protect your respiratory health. Let's examine how stress can lead to habits that negatively impact respiratory health. When we're stressed, it's natural to seek comfort and relief. However, some coping mechanisms can harm our bodies, particularly our respiratory system. Smoking, for example, is a common vice that people turn to during stressful times. While a cigarette might offer a temporary sense of calm, the nicotine and other harmful chemicals in tobacco smoke wreak havoc on your lungs. Similarly, alcohol consumption often increases during times of stress. While a glass of wine might seem harmless, excessive alcohol intake can suppress the central nervous system, including the part of your brain that controls breathing. Stress can also make us neglect our physical health, leading to a sedentary lifestyle. By understanding how stress can influence our behaviors, we can make conscious choices to adopt healthier coping mechanisms that support rather than sabotage our respiratory health. Now let's delve into how stress can manifest in its most severe form. Panic attacks and their profound impact on breathing. Panic attacks are sudden episodes of intense fear that trigger severe physical reactions, even when there's no real danger present. One of the hallmark symptoms of a panic attack is shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. During a panic attack, the body's fight-or-flight response goes into overdrive, flooding the system with adrenaline and other stress hormones. This surge of hormones causes rapid breathing, heart palpitations, chest pain, and dizziness. The intense fear and anxiety associated with panic attacks can lead to hyperventilation, where individuals breathe rapidly and deeply, expelling more carbon dioxide than their body can produce. Understanding the link between stress, panic attacks, and breathing is crucial for seeking appropriate help and developing coping mechanisms. If you or someone you know experiences panic attacks, it's essential to consult a healthcare professional for diagnosis and treatment. We've journeyed through the intricate ways stress impacts our respiratory system, from subtle shifts in breathing patterns to the profound effects of panic attacks. While occasional stress is a normal part of life, chronic stress can have detrimental effects on respiratory health and overall well-being. The good news is that we can mitigate these effects by adopting stress management techniques. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can calm the nervous system and regulate breathing patterns. Regular exercise not only strengthens respiratory muscles but also releases endorphins that combat stress. Prioritizing adequate sleep allows your body to repair and rejuvenate, bolstering your immune system and improving stress resilience. Remember, taking care of your respiratory health involves addressing both the physical and mental aspects of well-being. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more health tips.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into how stress can affect your musculoskeletal system. You know, that intricate network of muscles, bones, joints, tendons and ligaments that allows us to move, work and play. We often think of stress as a purely mental or emotional issue, but it significantly impacts our physical health, especially our musculoskeletal system. Let's break it down and understand how stress can manifest physically in our bodies. Ever notice how your shoulders creep up towards your ears when you're stressed? Or how your jaw clenches when you're focused? That's your body's natural fight or flight response kicking in. When stressed, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, preparing you to deal with the perceived threat. These hormones, particularly adrenaline, can cause your muscles to tense up, ready for action. Now, imagine experiencing this muscle tension chronically. It can lead to discomfort, pain, and even painful muscle spasms. The areas most commonly affected are the neck, shoulders, and back, those go-to spots where we tend to hold tension. Think about it, a stiff neck after a stressful day at work, or that nagging lower back pain that flares up during deadlines. These are classic signs of stress manifesting in your musculoskeletal system. Chronic stress isn't just about temporary muscle tension, it can contribute to and exacerbate chronic pain conditions. We're talking about those persistent aches and pains that just won't quit. One of the most common examples is tension headaches. You know that feeling, a tight band squeezing your head. Stress is a major trigger for these headaches, causing those muscles in your head, neck and shoulders to contract and spasm, leading to that throbbing pain. And then we have fibromyalgia, a condition characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain, fatigue, and other symptoms. While the exact cause of fibromyalgia is unknown, research suggests that chronic stress plays a significant role in its development and can worsen symptoms. Think about how you physically hold yourself when you're stressed. Do you find yourself hunching over your desk, shoulders rounded, back curved? Or maybe you clench your jaw, your teeth grinding? Stress often leads to these poor postural habits. We hunch our shoulders, tighten our core, and clench our fists, all in an attempt to protect ourselves from that perceived threat. However, these seemingly small postural changes maintained over time can wreak havoc on your musculoskeletal system. They can lead to muscle imbalances where some muscles become chronically shortened and tight while others weaken and become overstretched. This imbalance can throw your entire musculoskeletal system out of whack, leading to pain, stiffness, and decreased mobility. Here's a frustrating paradox. Exercise is one of the best ways to manage stress. Yet stress often leads us to become less active. It's a vicious cycle. When we're stressed, our energy levels plummet and motivation takes a nosedive. We feel too exhausted or overwhelmed to even think about hitting the gym or going for a walk. This decrease in physical activity further weakens our muscles and reduces flexibility, making our musculoskeletal system more susceptible to injury and pain. It's like neglecting to maintain a car. Eventually, it's going to break down. Similarly, when we neglect our physical activity due to stress, our musculoskeletal system suffers. Chronic stress is like a fire alarm that never shuts off. It keeps your body in a constant state of high alert, leading to systemic inflammation. Now, inflammation is a natural part of your body's healing process, but when it becomes chronic, it can be detrimental, especially for your musculoskeletal system. Chronic inflammation can worsen existing conditions like arthritis, a group of diseases that affect the joints, causing pain, stiffness, and swelling. The inflammatory response triggered by stress amplifies these symptoms, making everyday activities painful and challenging. But it's not just arthritis. Chronic inflammation can also contribute to joint pain and stiffness, even in individuals without pre-existing conditions. It's like your joints are constantly under attack, leading to wear and tear over time. Remember the fight or flight response we talked about earlier? Well, that response is largely governed by a system in your body called the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, or HPA axis. When you experience stress, the HPA axis is activated, leading to the release of a cascade of hormones, most notably cortisol. Cortisol, often dubbed the stress hormone, has various effects on your body, and unfortunately, some of them are detrimental to your musculoskeletal system. Over time, consistently high cortisol levels can lead to muscle breakdown, meaning your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy. This process not only weakens your muscles, but can also reduce your bone density, increasing the risk of osteoporosis, a condition that weakens the bones, making them fragile and prone to fractures. We all know how crucial sleep is for our overall health and well-being. It's during sleep that our bodies repair and rejuvenate themselves. However, stress often throws a wrench in our sleep patterns, leading to restless nights, difficulty falling asleep, or early awakenings. This disruption of sleep has a direct impact on your musculoskeletal system. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your body doesn't have adequate time to repair those micro tears in your muscles that occur during daily activities. This can lead to increased muscle soreness, stiffness, and a higher risk of injury. Moreover, sleep deprivation can exacerbate pain perception, making existing pain feel even worse. So, that nagging back pain you've been experiencing? Stress often leads us down a slippery slope of unhealthy habits. When we're overwhelmed and anxious, it's easy to reach for comfort foods high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and processed ingredients. But these dietary choices can contribute to inflammation, weight gain, and nutrient deficiencies, all of which negatively impact musculoskeletal health. And remember the exercise paradox? Stress often saps our motivation to exercise, but a sedentary lifestyle further exacerbates stress, leading to a vicious cycle of inactivity and increased stress levels. To protect your musculoskeletal system from the detrimental effects of stress, it's crucial to break these unhealthy habits and replace them with stress-reducing activities and a balanced lifestyle. As you've learned, stress isn't just a feeling, it has tangible effects on your musculoskeletal system, but the good news is that you have the power to manage stress and protect your physical well-being. Incorporating stress-reducing activities into your daily routine can make a world of difference. Exercise, particularly mindful movement practices like yoga or Tai Chi, can help relieve muscle tension, improve flexibility, and reduce stress hormones. Remember, taking care of your mental and emotional health is crucial for maintaining a healthy musculoskeletal system. Don't let stress take control. Prioritize your well-being and keep moving with ease. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more health tips.